gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, orderly, what they is. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they is. What they is real life, real talk right here on Gunner's Profiles, man. We're not getting into none of that fake bullshit. And what it ain't is added preservatives, man. None of that cagada, none of that mierda, none of that say it just to say it. Say it with your chest. Nah, we're gonna say it with our chest, all right. But we're not gonna hoop a whole bunch of paperwork while saying it, because guess what? This is the streets, homie. And we ain't gotta get down like that. And I mean, noodle style in direct fashion, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, yes, indubitably. I had a conversation with Snoop. Badass Snoop de Sacra, right? The Northern Rider guy. Yes, the king of the riders, right? Did we have this conversation recently? Chale, man. But I'm going to tell you about an unknown, unspoken conversation that we did have. Just to fucking disillusion some motherfuckers that have some misconceptions about the gun, right? So it's time to put it out there, man. In real life. You know, you got a lot of people that say, gun, you know, you stop gangbanging, homes. You're not a norteño. That must mean you're a Northern Rider, right? Who said that? That's it, right? Because let me tell you, whoever's giving you your information, they don't bump their fucking head on the way and giving it to you. They done got you mixed up, right? I think they got their fools mixed up. Or they Brentwood. They definitely got it mixed up. Childish, homes. I don't get down like that. Now, let me tell you the reasons why and how I will not disrespect them individuals, but at the same time, homes, I don't condone or promote what they got going on. And I told Snoop, yes, the badass one himself, right, to his mascara, right? It was over the phone because I couldn't tell him to his face, or I would have, right? But right over the phone, a lot of people heard it, a lot of people didn't, and there was a lot of people around me hearing the conversation that was like, damn, you don't fucking play, huh? Charlie Holmes, I don't get down like that. Let me tell you guys something, little knowledge you definitely wouldn't get in college, right? And about a conversation that you never heard. But even prior to saying that conversation and letting you guys know what happened in the meantime, let me tell you about the reasons why I don't condone the Northern Rider issue, why I don't fuck with it, why I choose not to be in it. My name is Bennett. Okay, when I was an active norteño, homes, my push was very, very, very vicious, okay? I was deep in the game, okay? And the number one adversary, the number one op at that time, this is 2006, I was deeply in the mix. Those from Merced will tell you, man, my name was Ring. You can ring my bell. Say it with your chest. Ring my bell. My name was ringing bells, right? I was out there really pushing hard against dropouts and DOs. Oh, what a difference a day makes, right? But at the same time, that was my agenda. That was my push. That was my contribution to the cause and to the people, right? Was out there trying to eradicate every dropout from the city of Merced, man. Everybody that was out there rocking that fucking cagada narrative or that poisonous fucking propaganda that they were out there pushing, trying to pull people away from the north there. I said, we need all the soldados we can get. And at that time, man, that's what I was on. And I'm still forever forward in that strive, meaning, man, I don't hate on the norteño push at all, period, man. Do I think the dropout fucking push is righteous? I don't know. That's their thing, man. I'm not going to slander them, but at the same time, it's not me, right? So trip out. In 2006, I was really in the mix. And what was happening was there was a lot of norteño riders, northern riders that were actually coming to the calles, trying to establish a foothold and a stronghold in the city of Merced. Chale, we're not going to let that happen. So we don't get down like that. We weren't going to get down like that. In a menudo style in a direct fashion, hell no, we won't go, right? We're not definitely going to let motherfucking degenerates come into the town and set up shop. Now, things have changed. How it is and what it is now, man, I'm no longer part of that circle, part of that situation, so I can't call it like an alcoholic. I will say from what I hear, the young norteños are still striving, allegedly, and holding it down for the crown in the town, right? And that, I will say, orale. You know what I mean? You ain't stopped. Shit don't stop to the body rock, right? To the eyesight stop to get hazy. You clean out your ears and you open your eyes. If you want to come with me, you just come. Orale. Don't get me started, right? Orale, old school. So trip out. In 2006, there was no way the establishment was going to be real. And of course, there was a couple northern riders that were coming into the city of Merced. And yes, they posed a big threat. A big threat because they could dance underwater and not get wet. They'll wet you up quick before they let you up quick. And that's a fact. Just because these guys were now claiming a dropout gang or their mindset and their affiliation was going to a rabbit situation didn't mean they wouldn't bust a cap in your punk ass, right? Motherfuckers will handle their business quick, forever forward, first and foremost. I knew that. They knew that. We all knew that. So I was scared. You scream. We all scream. We all scream if we get shot. You feel me? Right? And these vatos were no punks. There were no suckers. There were no chumps. They were going to handle their business. But at the same time, man, there was no absolutely, and I'll say absolutely no. Say it with your chest, West, right? There was no way we were going to let these motherfuckers establish. On Power, they weren't going to establish. Are you kidding me? Especially not while I was on watch, right? Wasn't going to happen. So there was a lot of back and forth at that time going on with the Northern Riders. Because they were out there. They were out there hollering what they was about. There was a couple of them in particular, man, putting it out there. And these were two dangerous individuals that we knew, man, that if they caught you slipping, they were quick to slip the clipping and get to spitting. That's a fact. That was actual factual. But at the same time, man, who says we wasn't essay, right? Bang, bang. Now, so the back and forth, the tit for tat was definitely getting real. And I started to gain some type of hatred and some type of animosity towards these individuals. There was always the respect factor. I respect everyone about their gangster. But at the same time, I didn't like them, man, because these motherfuckers was trying to get me. That's right. And I was trying to get them. So at the same time, man, I will be a real man and say, man, I didn't like them because of the push, because of what they had. They were quite contrary and against the grain when it came to the homeboys. And they were actually active headhunting, meaning that anyone that was active, they were basing them just on that, man, and doing their thing. There weren't no punks, man. I'll say that. But they weren't the most righteous dudes either. You know what I mean? Sconty was real on their side. Now, so I started to develop a hatred. Of course, I ended up catching 4 years over a Northern Rider. Yes, newsflash. I done caught up with one in the bar, got off where I was mad at, and caught me a 4-year term and went to the penitentiary, right? And I went to the penitentiary and I did my thing, you know, and the homeboys just said, what you in here for, host? Because I beat up a Northern Rider. Damn, that's righteous, right? I know, right? And then, of course, my career took the twists and turns that it did. But I always had it in my mindset, man, I would never go that route. Not because I thought they was punks, not because I didn't agree with everything they had going on, but because it wasn't for me. Now, there's different categories of non-actives and degenerates and DOs and whatever the fuck you guys like to call them, right? There's different levels to this shit, right? There's those that are on them yardas, man, just functioning, working out. You know what I mean? They were of the Northern cause, man. They got done did bad, or they chose to fucking defect and do whatever they chose to do, man. And they're still not going to be a part of another prison gang because they're of the understanding and laced up well enough to know, man, once you're done, it's a stick a fork in you. You're done. You know, let it go, man. You can still do your little push-ups, eat your cantina, get your package one time. Hopefully, you mean, you can go to visit, pinch your old lady's butt. And the winner is, right? And that's what your life consists of. And then there are those that choose that they still want to maintain, they still want to function, they still want to gangbang to some certain level, man. And they choose to become Northern Riders or Zapatistas, 2-5ers, or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of different gangs that have formulated a plot and a plan to do what they does, right? And a lot of these gangs' mindset is they're against actives. They have to come together for power to fight and oppose the adversary, the opposition, meaning the actives, and what the actives push, which is a righteous movement, okay? Something that's been established and well ingrained in the indoctrination of the people for a lot of years on all sides, north, south, and perros included, right? Even the Bulldogs got dropout gangs like Cutthroats y todo mal, right? Goon Squad and all kinds of other shit. So everyone's going through their struggle and their strife, you know, when it comes to their affiliation and their fucking, their organizations, period. And we all know that. So I would always see that from a distance and be like, nah, you know, I had some homeboys from Merced that actually joined the Northern Riders. I'd see them on the yard. They'd be like, what's up, bro? I'd be like, what's cracking? You know what I mean? But I always kept them at a 5-foot distance because I didn't want their fucking pleito becoming my pleito. I wasn't trying to get caught up in their mix because I didn't believe in what they believed in. You know, I didn't believe in keep on gangbanging homes when you're not. See, I came from the major leagues, so I was hitting home runs going on Pinchy Mark McGuire, right? I was over there like Canseco minus the cocaine, right? I was over there like Ricky Henderson trying to steal me a base. Utterly, I was like Will Clark. Wasn't really shit at that time, but you know what I was, right? I was like Okonun or Hershiser pitching like a fucking LA Dodger. I come from the major sons where these vatos were the fucking Modesto A's, right? They were the minor leagues. Shout out to the city of Modesto. You already know what it is. Respect. I used to go to the Modesto A games. It was cracking, right? Orale Jose Canseco. I seen him there. And his brother Ozzy all yayed out. And that's just how it was, right? They were the minor leagues compared to the major leagues. But I didn't disrespect these individuals. I would see them from a distance and see them getting caught up in their mix and what they had going on. And I just was like, that's not for me, Holmes. Did I say it was some sucker shit? Sometimes. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought bullying up on people and pushing up on people, man, that didn't have that coming was some sucker shit, man. And I'll stand fucking 10 toes down in that belief. But at the same time, man, to each their own. You wiggle how you work. The remix. You do whatever you got to do. Okay, it's not for me. So I never was of a Northern Rider affiliation or anything like that. So here it comes later on down in life, man. I'm doing this YouTube shit. Oh, yes, indubitably, right? And I don't forgot about them cats. I forgot Northern Riders and things of that existed. And I guess they went from riders to certified riders to spelling it different to throwing it up different. I don't know what happened along the lines because, like I said, man, I paid no attention to that. I was too busy with my children, working, doing what I had to do. You know, I was doing my thing. And that's just what it was, right? But now at the same time, what you need to understand, Holmes, is a lot of people automatically identify you because you're no longer a gang affiliated or a norteño or a sureño or whatever the case may be. with these dropout gangs. They think if you're a fucking ex-sureño, automatically you're a 2-5er or an independent rider or whatever the fuck else they got. You know what I mean? And then they think if that fucking, you're just a guy that doesn't bang anymore, you might be a GBG or right? So I get fuck, I'm going that road. Oh, then Wes Watson, say it with your chest, right? Go over there. But when it comes to motherfuckers like me, they automatically throw me, oh, you're a new flower, you're a northern rider, you're a this, you're a that. Fuck no, I ain't none of that. Right? And it's not that I think they're chumps or I'm disrespecting them. I just stand 10 toes down for what I believe in. You know what I am? Shh, we're going to tell everyone right now. Here's a newsflash. I'm brown. That's it, right? I'm brown and I'm going to continue to be brown. I'm going to stay broken brown. And that's just what it is. If I'm able to get a little bit of money, go to Vegas, hit a slot machine one time, size get bang, bang, menudo. Then I do that. Cuz, right? You know what I mean? On Pablo, I do that. But if I don't, then I don't. Then I just stay broken brown and happy, right? And that's just what it's going to be like. Now, trip out. I had a conversation. How it happened, I can't call it like an alcoholic, but I was able to get a hold of Snoop, Doggy Dog. Orale. It's like this and like that and like that. And badass Snoop, who's notoriously known as being the founder and the Playboy president of the Northern Riders. Okay, this guy established this movement, this cause. Did he do it all by himself? I can't call it like an alcoholic. Why he started to do this, how it all came about. I could sit here and I could look into the history books, man. I can get with a whole bunch of people that could tell me the historia, and I've touched on it a little bit. But to tell you guys the exclusive history, I shan't and I shall not tell you because it's none of my business, man. I would let him say it and speak it to you and speak it to your face in existence, if anything. Okay, and there's a lot of he said, she said, and a lot of different people like to fucking cause controversy and like to say, well, this is why it started, that's why it started. And none of us will ever know, do we? Right? One shall never know, does one? Because we're not the ones who fucking established that movement and what's really truly behind that man's mentality in his heart. But I have had conversations with Snoop, and one of these conversations, we had choice words. The reason we have choice words is because he actually got at me and was like, man, I've been here. Because at first it was like, I knew who Snoop was. I know exactly who Snoop was when he was active and when he was non-active. Oh, yes, indubitably, right? If you're from Northern California, you know exactly who this character is, exactly how he carries himself, and the factuals and actuals about the whole situation. Facts are, motherfucker has major mitts, major hands, legendary in the game when it comes to that. Facts are, motherfucker was more on his pimp PI player shit more than he was on his norteño shit. And the fact also remains that when he was a striving norteño, he was about that business, Holmes, but he's always been against the grain and never wanted to function like that on a political level. He always was on his own mix, right? And I respect that. But at the same time, Holmes, when you're a part of an organization, you're part of a clique, you're part of a cause, Holmes, you need to rock the way that cause rocked. If a motherfucker tells you, hey, Holmes, you need to post up, you post up. That's it, man. I'm sorry. Well, that makes you a punk because you let another man dictate your program. There's always going to be a man dictating everyone's program. That's just the way it goes. Holmes, be more man than him and handle it and dictate your own program because he's going to tell you what to do. And if you don't do what he says, Holmes, he's going to put metal in you. That's a fact, right? You got to be smart enough to know, that if you knew better, you do better. Now, knowledge you can't get in colleges. We had this conversation. And we had this conversation sitting down in the back of Rojo's house. I was in the back of Rojo's pad, chilling, vacation, Houstonian, getting my motherfucking tango blast on. Or if they ain't blasting, they ain't lasting. I was over there chilling, getting down with Houston and just really tripping out on a different place. I had never been to Texas up until that point. So it was a cool situation, man, just to be chilling with a good, righteous homeboy, someone I trusted. I trust to this day. It's my homeboy. It's like a brother of mine, right? And we're posted up, and somehow along the line through Instagram, a fucking Northern Rider gets a hold of us and says that Snoop wants to have a conversation with us. He wants us to push some book or an interview or something that he has going on. And at first he was trying to charge a motherfucker $500 to do it, and I laughed at him like a motherfucker. I got the CR in that crank. Hell nah, bro. Am I going to give you any feria for you to do an interview? If anything, it's say, you're going to give me feria to do an interview, right? Bang, bang. I'm the gun, right? Yeah, right? Anyways, so after conversating, he's like, I don't even know who you are, bro. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. Well, hold on now. You're the one sitting there, motherfucking in LA County Jail on high power max. So let's get going on pinchy shitty, cuz, right? And I don't know what the fuck you guys got going on. Come on, Snoop, stop it. You can't lie to me. You'll die with me before you lie with me, right? You can't lie to me, bro, on some bullshit. I know what time it is. And I told him straight up to his, over, kiss me through the phone, right? I told him straight through the phone, look, bro, I'm not with that bullshit, bro. Stop coming at me with that, oh, I'm Jesus, I'm walking on water. I don't believe none of that, bro. If you got something to say and to tell the people, I respect that. Go ahead and tell them what you got to tell them, man. Other than that, bro, I'm not going to push your propaganda and I'm not going to push your movement because I don't agree with it, nor do I disagree with it. I just believe on letting you do what you does, cuz, and I'll do me. Bro. Orale. And in that fashion, right? And so after that, and I think because I stood my ground 10 toes down in the motherfucking concrete, he started to respect me. He was like, man, motherfuckers don't talk to me like that. Usually I get them hit on the yard. I said, well, this ain't usually, humps, and I ain't on the yard, right? And if I was on the yard, again, it ain't usually, right? I'm a whole different type of character, man. I'm a firm believer in what I truly believe in. I ain't no fucking punk. It's I ain't no fucking punk or no puto. And I ain't gonna go out like that. Sorry, humps. The wiggle was real over here. I've always been that way. I'm gonna be that way, man. I'm gonna fucking die standing, humps. Period. You know, whether I'm still an active gang member or not, man, I have beliefs and I ain't no fucking sucker, right? And that ain't gonna happen. And so the conversation where we had choice words was when he fucking decided to, hey, Holmes, you know the grass is green over here. The water's fine. I said, hold up, Holmes. That's where you you know you done fucked up, right, cuz? You know you done fucked up, right? You said it was 11:30, then it's 12, right? Look, I don't get down like that. I told him, don't ever try to recruit me into some shit that I already told you I don't agree with, right? And he was feeling some type of way. Hey, hold up, right? Because he likes to scream like that, right? And then when I got at him, I told him, look, Snoop, with all due respect, bro, I respect your thing, man. Do your thing, man. I respect you as a person because you're a true leader, man. You're a leader in what you lead, right? You're also a J-Cat, and I'll tell you to your face, right? But you're a leader, right? And I got to respect that. But at the same time, Holmes, don't ever make the decision or think that by any means, man, I'm some type of bitch and you're going to get at me some type of way and try to recruit me into something that I don't want to be affiliated with because I've never been in Northern Rock. Well, I've seen pictures. You was throwing it up. I wasn't throwing shit up, Holmes. My motherfucking chick at that time was a stripper on some Playboy shit, bro. We was fucking around. I was never no fucking Northern Rider. Will never be one. Will never continue to push that movement because I never was one in the beginning, right? And I don't agree with that. And I told the Playboy president himself to his boca, straight up in his mascara, You know what I mean? I ain't never going to go that route. And don't even disrespect me by coming at me like that. You know, keep it real. There are some writers that I fuck with, that I talk to, man, that I'm like, I'm cool with. You know what I mean? I'm cool with them as people. I don't give a fuck where they're from, Holmes. I don't care if they have Playboy bunnies all over their earlobes and their fucking pipa. None of that shit matters to me, Holmes. What matters to me is the respect given to another man. And that's the only thing I give a fuck about, right? I don't care about the movements and all this and that. Sasuke, I got my own movement, Holmes. It's called Brown People Movement, right? We're trying to move towards the motherfucking better light, towards a bag. Bang, bang. Now get with that program. Orderly. Am I cross-eyed? Now I am. Orderly. That's just what it is. Anyway, so we did have that conversation, me and Snoop. And at the end of the day, man, he had to respect it. You have no other choice, right? And then, of course, man, he was like, hey, can you push this out there? I got a manifesto, this and that. I said, fuck you, I ain't doing it. And I never did because, you know, I just don't agree with certain things in life. You know, it doesn't mean that I hate. I'm not a hater. But fuck, some things, bro, you just have to draw the line in the sand. You just have to say, fuck that. Don't cross that one, right? And I've always been a firm believer in that. You know, just because I'm a non-active gang member, just because I have past affiliation with the Norte, just because I no longer rock that narrative doesn't mean I hate on them, bro. And I'm going to hate on them what they're actively doing. Never was, cuz never will be, and shan't and shall not be, right? That's just not my get down, man. I'm forever forward with this strive from Northern California. When I say, Holmes, shout outs and respects to all the true Norteños putting it down, the Southsiders, Sureños putting it down, camaradas, eat bulldogs. Oh my, fuckers almost had me last night, right? But they didn't. And that's just what it is. Anyways, that was a conversation that I did have with badass Snoop. For those of you that are fucking rocking with them and rock his narrative, I say forever forward, which whatever you believe in. But me, no. Period. Plain, simple, never, shout, will not be. Say it with your chest. Order it on power. I don't get down, and it ain't never gonna be like that. Anyways, I hope I fucking clarified some of the bullshit that a lot of people have been saying, because it never was like that. And like I said, I don't have to tell no Rudy Poop candy ass motherfucker, finally The Rock has come to town. I don't have to tell anybody, Holmes, how I feel or what I do in my life. But what I will tell you is, man, if I'm going to keep it real, man, I told motherfucking the Playboy president Snoop to his mascara, I don't fucking condone your shit, bro. And that's straight up. You either fucking deal with me right now and I respect it, or what? You could hold, right? Right? He held for a minute there, and everything was good in the hood, man, and it was a respect thing, and I kept it pushing. Now, with that being said, man, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about struggling and striving and moving fast with a purpose for your familia. No one else is going to do. Snoop ain't going to do it for you. Charlie, he ain't fucking going to do shit for you, bro. Don't do shit for him. Bang, bang. It is what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy as the head that wears the crown. Yes, I have conversations with people, Holmes. Sometimes they like it. Sometimes they don't. So I was scared at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm never, ever, ever going to conform to what people think that I should be, Holmes, because I am what I am. And this is the gun. Bang, bang. And in that fashion, menudo. Snoop was like, why you going to talk to me like that? Because I can, Missy. Because I can.